Gentlemen, I am here because I am fed up with you getting garbage advice, even when it comes from people with good intentions. A lot of red pill dating advice tells you high quality women are impressed by your car, your watch, or your carefully crafted pickup lines. But women who are high quality keepers are actually watching for something completely different. Welcome to Just the Tip. Now, if you want to find, attract, and keep your keeper, click subscribe. Now, you may have your life together on paper. Good job, maybe your own place, a decent shape, but high quality women still aren't impressed. Or worse, they're interested for a few dates and then they fade away. You are checking the wrong boxes. Today, you will learn 7 daily habits high quality women unconsciously look for in a man. Without them, you're pretty much invisible. But here's the best part. These habits will transform your life regardless of what women want. So let's jump in. 7 hot daily habits. Number 7, he has a clear morning routine. Rolling out of bed 15 minutes before you need to leave, throwing on yesterday's clothes or grabbing fast food on the way, says, I don't have my life together. Sorry guys, but she does notice. And more importantly, this habit isn't serving you. High quality women, the kind you want, notice self-discipline because it signals reliability. Your morning routine is a preview of how you will show up in a relationship. But what's in it for you? Well, you start every day winning. You are not scrambling or stressed or reactive. The feeling of being on top of your day instead of buried under it is powerful. Example, a guy shows up to dates disheveled, running late, frazzled. She wonders how reliable he'll be when it counts, and she avoids another date. But implement a morning routine, gym at 6, shower, healthy breakfast, plan the day. Suddenly, he's showing up calm, confident, and put together. Women say yes to more dates, but the real change is how he feels about himself. Key point, a man who can't manage his own mornings can't be trusted to manage a shared life. Just a tip. Create a non-negotiable morning routine, something for your body, something for your mind, something for your appearance. Choose consistency over complexity. Switching gears just a little bit. Another underrated habit women look for is number 6. He actively listens. Most guys listen just enough to figure out what they want to say. High quality women can tell the difference between anyone who's actively listening and someone who's just waiting for their turn. She notices if you follow up with questions, remember little details from previous conversations, stay present instead of being distracted, and show genuine curiosity. But what's in it for you? Well, active listening makes every relationship better. Your friendships deepen, your professional relationships improve, people trust you more, you navigate the world more effectively. Example, a guy on a first date constantly interrupts to tell his own story. She's talking about her sister's wedding, let's say, and he keeps redirecting to his buddy's bachelor party. Meanwhile, a savvy gentleman asks, what made you feel that way? Or women's favorite, tell me more about that. Even your work relationships will completely change when people feel valued by you. Key point. In a world where everyone is jockeying to be heard, be the man who truly listens and you will stand out. Just the tip. Listen with genuine curiosity in every conversation, not just with women. Put your phone away and ask genuine follow-up questions. Active listening matters, but so does what you're actually saying. Number 5, he invests in continuous learning. Well, if you made it this far, you already get a point. The most boring men stopped learning the day they graduated, if they did. Same opinions from high school, same shows on repeat, haven't read a book or listened to one in years. High quality women need mental stimulation. I know what you're thinking. And yes, healthy women create that for themselves. You are not responsible for entertaining her. However, if you are not growing while she is, you will become dull to her. But what's in it for you? Well, learning keeps your brain sharp and makes your life more interesting. It opens up opportunities. You're either growing or dying, and you can feel the difference. Example, a guy who can only talk about sports or work becomes really predictable fast. Women get bored within weeks. So he starts reading, maybe psychology, philosophy, history, whatever. He discovers a few new things that appeal to him. Now his conversations have depth because he's feeding his mind with new ideas. Key point. When you're interesting to yourself, you become interesting to others. Just the tip. Dedicate 15 to 30 minutes a day to learning something new. Read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, learn new skills. Do it for you. Women also notice physicality, but not just your meat suit. Number 4, he takes control of his physical appearance. So this one emphasizes a biological difference between males and females, men and women. Your environment reflects your internal state. If your home looks like a frat house, your car looks like a rolling trash can, and your towels are crusty enough to stand on their own, women wonder what a future with you will look like and smell like. Hint, no high-value woman wants to get jiggy with you in skanky sheets. High-quality women notice if you respect yourself and your space. Women have a lower threshold to ick. Whether or not she wants children, she is wired to protect her babies from germs. She notices if you can create a comfortable, clean environment because that's where she imagines she'll be potentially living one day. But what's in it for you? Well, a clean space creates mental clarity. When your environment is chaotic, so is your mind. You think better, feel better, and are more productive in an organized space. This is actually proven in psychology. Example, a woman goes to a guy's place on the third date or for the third date. Dishes are dirty from who knows how long. The bathroom's never been properly cleaned. Curly cues around the toilet. Ew! Bedroom floor covered in clothes. Her association with him changes to ick. Ick kills physical intimacy. She leaves after an hour, never sees him again. All she can think about is cleaning up after him for life. Mother mode. Now, a guy who isn't wealthy but has his small apartment in immaculate shape, well, he signals he's got his life together. Key point, your home should be clean enough you wouldn't be embarrassed if your crush showed up unannounced. That is your baseline. Now, just the tip, spend 15 minutes a day maintaining your space. Make your bed, do your dishes, pick up clutter, keep your bathroom clean, not just tidy. There's probably videos on how to do that. But here's what matters even more than a clean apartment. Number 3, he pursues something beyond her. So one of the biggest mistakes men make is putting a woman at the center of their universe. When you make her your entire purpose, you become needy, clingy, and yes, boring. The kind of woman you want is attracted to a man with a mission and purpose. She wants to see that you are building something or creating something or pursuing mastery in something meaningful, like your career or a creative project or fitness goals or a personal passion that's not an addiction. But what's in it for you? Well, purpose gives you something to wake up excited about every day. It gives your life meaning. Men without purpose are usually miserable. Example, a guy so focused on finding a girlfriend that every conversation is about his dating life. He has nothing else going on. When he finally meets a woman that he likes, she loses interest quickly. It doesn't have to be superhero sized, but if he starts jujitsu or some kind of side hustle, then he's got something to share. Key point, when you have a purpose beyond her, you become infinitely more attractive. She doesn't want to be your whole world. She needs to be a meaningful part of an already fulfilling life. Passionate men are sexy, full stop. If the only interesting thing about you is that you are interested in her, you have already lost, unfortunately. Just the tip. Dedicate time every day to your mission, even 15 minutes working on something that matters beyond dating. That's not an addiction. Having a purpose is critical, but the next step is even more important, which brings us to number 2. He manages his emotional state. Most guys wake up, immediately check their phone and start scrolling social media, or they let the cray-cray world dictate their emotional state. High-quality women notice when a man is reactive instead of responsive. If his life swings with every notification or minor inconvenience or external circumstance, she feels unconsciously stressed. Women have a lower threshold to psychological stress. What's in it for you? Well, living in reactive mode is exhausting. You are letting the world jerk you around, not in a good way. When you manage your emotional state, you feel more powerful, more grounded, and in control. You make better decisions and handle stress better. This isn't about impressing her, but taking your power back. Example, a guy who blows up every time traffic makes him late or his boss sends a critical email. Well, the gal he's with tells him she feels like she's walking on eggshells, never knowing which version of him she's going to get. So He starts waking up a bit earlier to set his intentions for the day. His consistency makes her feel safe. But more importantly, he likes that he's driving his life instead of being dragged along by it. Key point. A woman needs a man who can handle life's ups and downs without falling apart, because otherwise, mother mode kills lover mode. That's right. Just the tip. Start your morning with intentional emotional regulation. Meditate, journal, set goals, or just sit in silence with your coffee before opening up your phone. Choose your state. Don't let circumstances choose it for you. Which brings us to the most important habit of all. But just before I reveal it, if you have found value in this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Number 1, he maintains his standards. This is the big one. Many guys miss entirely. The men women experience as low value abandon their values, tolerate disrespect, and compromise their boundaries the moment an attractive woman shows interest. Abandoning yourself disgusts high-quality women and attracts users and manipulators. Women test to see if you have a spine. Will you stand up for yourself? If you can't stand up to her, you can't stand up for her. Dr. Robert Glover. What's in it for you? Well, maintaining standards builds self-respect. It ensures you are building a life you actually want instead of constantly compromising to please others. Men who don't have and maintain standards end up resentful and trapped in miserable relationships or single and bitter. Example. A guy who drops everything whenever a woman texts him. Plans with friends, he cancels. Says he's going to the gym, skips it. She disrespects him and he takes it, afraid she'll leave. But guess what? She leaves anyway. Women can't respect a man who can't respect himself. But if he honors his commitments and boundaries with the next woman, well, she'll know he has a backbone. Respect precedes attraction. So honor your non-negotiables. If you say you're going to go to the gym, go to the gym. Even if she texts you to hang out. If you have plans, don't drop them because she's available. If she treats you poorly, address it, even if she's hot. Key point. A woman doesn't want a man who will accept anything. She needs a man who chooses her because she's exceptional to him, not because she's all he can get. Just a tip. The more willing you are to walk away from anyone who doesn't meet your standards, the more attractive you become to everyone. Wingmam motto, always leave them wanting more, but leave them enough to want more. Leave her wanting to meet your standards by respecting yourself. Now, if you are ready to go deep with ongoing guidance and support, scan the code and check out my Wingmam private membership group coaching. These 7 daily habits that high-quality women are watching for a man are the fundamentals of becoming a better version of yourself for you. You are not doing this to get women. You are doing this to become the man you respect. Lots of love. Big hug. God bless.